a lot of people tend to overshare on social media what they're eating. Is it a ham sandwich? Who they're fucking? Or do you have a new relationship?
Sorry. Sorry.
Exactly.
My bad.
But some people make the terrible mistake of talking about illegal things that they do on social media. One of those people is Colleen Cudney, who may be going to jail soon because she was on probation for her DUI, and she talked about getting drunk while on Facebook. Take a look.
A Michigan woman might be heading to jail after bragging about violating her probation on Facebook. 22-year-old Colleen Cudney is not allowed to drink because of previous DUI convictions, but when she somehow passed a breathalyzer test just a day after she got drunk, she decided to brag about it on Facebook, saying, "Buzz killer for me, I had to breathalyze this morning, and I drank yesterday, but I passed, thank God, LOL." When a police officer saw the post, Cudney was called in for a urine test. She's now due in court and might get a 93-day jail sentence.
I feel like they should let her go just for her use of the word breathalyze.
Gotta breathalyze.
I love it. I love it. It's great.
Is she a rapper?
She must be.
That's her street name.
Colleen Cudney. Cutting it up. Anyway, so look, she's an idiot, obviously. And there are lots of teenagers who do similar things. Like, for instance, there have been gamers who have been arrested because they, had a crazy League of Legends session and they were angry, so they went on Facebook and said things like, "Oh, I can't wait to kill this guy." But they're not being serious or literal. And as a result, the FBI will investigate them and throw them in jail. And that's a serious problem, because now social media is being utilized to prosecute people for crimes that they're obviously not really going to commit.
Sure.
So, Gina, jump in. What are your thoughts on all this?
Well, besides the obvious point that you made, I have 3 words. Thin the herd. Thin the herd. You have to be able to take personal responsibility for your life. People are not learning this. You said teenagers, and yeah, teenagers, there's a reason you can't rent a car till you're 25, because your brain's not developed, you're gonna drive it off the road and you're not, whatever. But she's 22, and she can't, she passed the breathalyzer test, and then she had to go fuck it up by posting about it and bragging about it and cheering herself on the back, and now she's probably going to go to jail, which she should, because people are so stupid and they're so irresponsible, and we are eroding so quickly as a society with our Benjamin Button brains that are going backwards, that we just have to keep making examples of stupid people until they go away.
But I think social media is just drawing more attention to the morons in society. I actually don't think we're getting dumber. I think that now they're more visible, and their stupid activity is on display.
In this case, if you went back to, I don't know, 1985 or whatever, and just you said, okay, just go with it. I know this is going to sound super weird, but right on this chalkboard that you can touch with your finger or whatever, and all of a sudden everybody in the world can see it, and you could say whatever you want. I guarantee they're not going to say stupid shit like that.
Did you see the way people dressed in the 80s, though?
Yeah, velour, what's up? Don't hate A, Anna. B, some of that was sweet. But I really think that it would be jarring at first. It would give you pause. You'd be like, okay, well, how do I not make an asshole of myself? How do I put myself in a good light? And now it's like nobody gives a shit. People are bragging about it.
You're comparing like this monolithic technology that would be foreign to someone in the 80s going like, I can write a message to the world, amazing, let me adjust my tie and say something, versus like, she probably wrote this while she was balancing Ford Loco on her baby bump, taking a selfie in a bathroom mirror. I mean, it's not hard for her to spit out. Like, the story is, local idiot does idiot thing. Yeah. Like, that's the story, and it's just that the platform is changing with which people have to broadcast their idiocy.
It's true, and I was a prosecutor for a little while, and it very, very quickly became evident to me that most people who commit crimes are not bad people. They're dumb people.
Yes.
They're just dumb people who do dumb shit. And as a prosecutor, our hands are tied. You gotta punish them. But I felt bad half the time because I'm like, they're not even bad people. They're just dumb.
Just really dumb.
They're just dumb and they're irresponsible.
So let's shift the conversation to people who actually are bad. So there are people who are so obsessed with fame that they will go around beating homeless people up, and then they'll post that video up on YouTube, right? Those people are not only stupid, but they're violent and they're terrible people. They should be prosecuted. Absolutely. So do you see social media as an important tool when it comes to prosecutions? Or do you think that prosecutors are taking it too far?
No. Well, of course, there are overzealous prosecutors, and they're taking it too far, whether it's with social media or some other tool. Yes, but social media is a tool like anything else. So if you're an idiot, you can use a tool to tell more people how stupid you are. Right. And if you're a smart prosecutor, you can use that as a tool to prosecute the bad guys. If you're a bad prosecutor, then you'll use it irresponsibly and prosecute people you shouldn't prosecute. So it's just a tool, and it depends on who's using it.
It's going to be like a megaphone, like a magnifying glass.
That's exactly right.
So have you guys ever posted anything on social media and then regretted it immediately? Kevin, you had a quick reaction, so go.
Yeah, I mean, I've made hours of live television that I regretted while I was doing it. So yes, the answer is unequivocally yes. I mean, you know, it's funny. I host a show, a couple different shows. I don't want to say which one in particular, though, was the cause of this, but there was a very awkward moment which months after I already had the gig, the show was on air, I was doing a great job, everybody was very happy. I was brought into a room after a show, and I thought, oh, it's going to be a pat on the back. Maybe they're going to give me a douse me with champagne and give me a segue, because I killed that show. Yeah, you know, why not? Like, goose me up a little bit. I'll take a gassing. And instead, I was greeted with a binder about this thick of my entire Twitter timeline. No, I wish. I wish they would have laminated those pages, because I would have gone to town. It was my entire Twitter timeline from years back with questionable tweets that the production company and the company that was airing it they were not okay with.
That is ridiculous.
And this was like
job to go through your Twitter timeline.
I'm sure I pity the poor intern who had to go and like, oh, this was a retweet of a stripper. This was okay. That's a fisting joke. That's fine. Right. Like someone had to go through and waste highlighter on my. So I was being questioned about shit from 2 to 3 years prior for a job I had today. That's where I go, okay, this is very slippery. This is really crazy. And I know the lesson of like, well, whatever you put out there, that's out there forever. Right. I cringe if 9-year-old, 11-year-old me could have live streamed something which would have lived on an NSA server somewhere indefinitely, because we are all going to be held accountable for our past in this very brave future.
Absolutely. Going back to the discussion we had about doing things that make you happy, you know, one of the reasons why I love working at TYT as opposed to some high-paying job somewhere is because...
Say that. You said the exact same thing, to be clear.
I know. The reason why I love it is because, like, I can literally tweet out the most hideous thing on the planet, and Jake would be like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and by hideous...
I've seen your Snapchats. They're filthy, and I can't believe you do them at the office, but people apparently...
We don't need the audience to know that I'm a bad girl, okay?
Sorry, fair enough.
All right.